at the Asheville, what were they, music videos or whatever at the Cinnabar. And if you know anybody who was there, I'm sure they'll tell you, wow, it was a lot more fun than we ever even expected it to be. And we had a good time. And it went on and on. And then, let me see, then then when I was leaving, a band gave me one of their CDs. And they're going to be playing at the Gray Eagle on the next night, on Saturday night. And their album that's coming out is called Apocalypse Cow, and Israel. I think you'd like Apocalypse Cow. Sounds like one of your kind of albums, doesn't it? And so anyway, these things were on my mind, and I wanted to talk about them, so I did. Ta-da! Now you can be back on. You got another song? Did I interrupt your flow? Did you have another one coming or not?
I can live with it. It's your show, John.
I jump in on these things because I don't. I jump in on these things because I don't have. If I don't, I forget things. So anytime that I remember a thing, I just better do it, or it may well not get done.
I will point out that Mount Dungeon and Kareem Abdul Guitar are both available to be your friend on MySpace.
That's true.
And
That's
they
true.
are mine.
And you can also log on to thisismyband.com. And you can watch videos of bands and listen to their music, and if you have a band, you can upload your music and your videos, and there's all this kind of stuff that's good there. So
I noticed that Randini has dropped the number of members announcement on This Is My Band.
Is that right?
Yeah. For a long time, it was stuck around 30,000.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, but not for the kind of money that he needs to be making on the site.
Okay.
Not for the kind of money that the bands need to be making on the site.
Right.
But apparently he has ended his block and done some advertising, but we don't know how much good it's done.
I'll tell you I know a little bit about what's going on with Randini right now. He's moving his business from Atlanta to up here. He's got, I don't know, like a couple of hundred servers or something operating down in Atlanta, and he's moving them up to, he's bought a building up here. And so I imagine he's just kind of put some of that stuff on hold for a while, and is not wanting to probably advertise the membership and things like that at the moment until he's able to get back on it and start promoting it again, you know. And so because I imagine he's got his hands full with making that move from Atlanta to Asheville with the whole business, you know what I mean?
And I haven't gotten any video yet, so I don't have any video posted to This Is My Band, but I've got some audio.
Here's something that I have in mind. We have video that was done just now. Like, would you like to do this? Do this thing I said. Pull that microphone forward. What I told you. Pull it, and just in its holder. See, make it stick out and point it like up a little higher toward your head. Yeah, see, like that.
Oh, okay.
Now, would you care to do the first song again? And we'll try to make the like this is going to be your video. You see what I mean?
Well,
and sort of scoot up on it. What?
You were going to make me discs of previous shows that I've performed on.
I actually may have made.
Last time I was here, you said you probably did make them. You didn't know what those discs were doing sitting around.
Right. I've probably been giving them to other people. You can ask Adam when he gets back because I gave him some of the discs. He's been looking at them. Hey, Joe. You want to come in? You want to sit in Adam's seat for a cup of tea, John? Do come in for a cup of tea. You're all dressed up. You look like you're a member of the. Look like a member of the Board of Aldermen or something like that.
Yeah, I had an event today. Fancy.
Hey, look, we got too many. Here we go. I know you. How you doing? Grab a seat up there at the end. Y'all
I can just pass you a cup. Just sit down.
Yeah. Sit down.
Not the world's largest room here.
I did not know about this.
How's it going?
Pretty good. I didn't know how to get a hold of you.
Well,
I hate to do that to you.
What are you doing to him?
He's telling me that an old friend of many years has passed.
Ah.
That's what he's doing.
Fellow musician, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
Is it an old friend?
Who I believe actually introduced me to you. I'm not sure of
We
that.
met at a hemp festival
Well,
on UNCA campus
maybe.
years and years ago, but I was with Conrad at that time. Sure enough.
Who is the friend, John?
Carlton Conrad.
Conrad.
William Conrad.
We call him
You know
Conrad.
what? I'm low man on the totem pole here.
Well, man.
Yeah, please go.
I've worn out my welcome. Nobody else here has.
Well, goodbye. And namaste.
I'm not
Well,
going away.
here, have a seat,
Well, fine.
and
Oh,
Finally
except
drew you.
I'll take the.
Along with
Okay.
the chicken and a beer.
all right. And do you want to come in too? There's still a chair at the other end of the table. You might not be on TV much at that
Well, it might
particular
block
scene.
me if he sits
If
there.
That's another one of us.
but you can,
Hold
but
it up with pride.
Where you want me?
can you tell which one is me?
Yes.
I gotta leave soon, so you can have my
No.
Oh, the one
We'll,
thing-
we'll
You-
move you in here when Joe
You can
leaves.
you can function for us if you will, if you look in the large box back there in the blue chair and find
Happy Thursday,
some
everyone.
tea cups and saucers. You can get one for yourself, and you can get one for
Well, I brought my own beverage.
huh?
You know, I mean, I'm a coffee guy. I know this
You're
is
not going to
tea
have a
party.
cup of tea?
We're whistling, John.
Well, get yourself a cup and a
We're
saucer, if
whistling,
you will,
John.
and have some tea. We're whistling here. Yeah, we're just whistling.
What kind of tea is it, John?
Well,
hot tea.
There you are.
I guess if it's the,
I'm functioning.
this is the Big Red Road from Wuyi Mountain in China. In this pot, the favorite of many emperors of China.
That's him.
oh, excellent. Tea.
So this is some of the best tea in China. This
I like that.
I might have a comment on this. I don't
and
know
this
who
is
else
this
might.
is what's in the blue pot.
Who, me?
Yeah. I don't know
Well,
if these guys
I
might
like
either.
blue.
I thought
And
you
this,
were-
and this is
I'm back
what's
at
in the
where I
white
can't
bottle.
read out. You holding Lester down, are you?
How are you doing?
Oh,
I'm hanging in there. Anyhow, yes, that comment about the Beowulf movie was a lead into the next song.
all right. Well, go ahead with the song while I digest some of this.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Here, we'll get you all fixed up, and this is the video for the next song. Here you go. We're doing a video.
Okay.
Needs backup dancers.
Dumb as dirt and twice as mean. Such a son makes mother crazy. Foul as sewers I have seen. Ugly, loutish, large, and lazy. That's the child I've had to raise. What's a mom to do? Drag him in an ocean cave and stay to watch him too. Son of mine, you've been a disappointment since your birth. Now I've had to bury you in this cold northern earth. I know you would be sorry if you weren't so very dead, but you never listened to a word I said. Everybody has to rest. Even I got sleepy. Sonny left our little nest on errands cruel and creepy. Came back with a haunch of man, not down to the bone. Left each night from that day on while I slept like a stone. Son of mine, you've been a disappointment since your birth. Now I've had to bury you in this cold northern earth. I know you would be sorry if you weren't so very dead, but you never listened to a word I said. Vikings gathered in their hall, heroes all in war delighting. When my Grendel came to call, he was met with mighty fighting. One among them took his arm, ripped it off for good, chased him to our ocean home and killed him where he stood. liked. I was often glad I made him, so I must avenge him now. What's a mom to do? If he was yours anyhow, I bet that you would too. Son of mine, you've been a disappointment since your birth. Now I've had to bury you in this cold northern earth. I know you would be sorry if you weren't so very dead, but you never listened to what I said. Not once. You never listened to a word I said. Sort of an early rendition of the blues, like 800 AD.
All right, now here's the deal. The guitar is always much louder than your vocal,
Yeah,
particularly now that you've got the 12 string
yeah.
hanging on it.
Which is why I brought the 12, because it does
To cover
stick
up
out
your
more.
vocal.
No, not to cover up the vocal, but when I bring the nylon string, it tends to get drowned by the vocal.
No, do you have any particular axe to grind?
No, I just want to remind people, come out tomorrow to the URTV Band Fest
At
at
The-
Moulin Rouge.
the Jolly Rouge.
Jolly Rouge.
Wrong rouge.
Wrong Rouge.
You don't get a rouge point for that.
I get a Rouge point for that.
Only the Canadians understood that, but
But come out and
Here,
support
take
URTV.
that.
It'll be a great
Get it.
evening.
Even
And there'll be lots more.
that is to
I
get
need
that
to
as-
excuse myself for a moment to go visit the closet.
Okay, do that.
Okay, Mitch and John's name, get a good seat.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
And you can move into Joe's seat if you like.
Get on around. Drag my seat up with me.
There we go.
We have
Thanks for the phone.
the musical chairs going on.
This chair's good.
There you go. We can get some more people into the shot now. Let me slide past you, and so I can make a camera adjustment because the camera is set up to. All the cameras seem to be favoring that side of the table.
No, it's probably all right. Fellow beside me may be photogenic, but I know I'm not.
Making a killing on 'em. They don't look like them, but just about got. I like that one better than the other
This
one. Yeah.
Which one's me?
scuff, Sophie.
Snuffy Smith.
That's you.
Snuffy, yeah. That's what it looks like.
I'm still trying to get him down.
They've been
Sometimes
trying
I
to get
get it.
him down for
Some
years.
days
It
I
just
get it,
can't
some
happen.
days I don't.
All right. Now,
Yeah.
Well, if adding distinguishing characteristics, will probably help.
well, this is the first time. This is the first time you've shown up to the show.
This is correct.
I've
Been hearing about it for a while.
Okay,
Just going to the official photos from here.
I guess.
It's
So,
over there. I'll add
see,
more.
while y'all are talking and stuff, I'm listening to internet radio.
Keep yourself entertained.
Yeah. So, would you care to identify yourself and tell us about you if you have a particular axe to grind here?
Oh, I have no axes. No. I am Savannah Bob Nelson, though.
Okay, that's good. Now I think it's my phone ringing. So we'll see what this is about.
Might be a sponsor.
Savannah Bob. This could be a sponsor, as a matter of fact. Let's see. No, it's one of our guests.
It's,
Hippie Hal.
Hey there.
It's not
I'm
me.
not sure. I did the blue
Really?
thing there. It seemed to be pretty nice.
Don't you like how I draw?
Really?
I always draw you look like a madman.
Did he? Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
look a lot fuzzier than I am.
You gotta
Okay.
accentuate.
So where do you just get that T-shirt?
All right.
Northern Sun.
Well, that's
Translate. Moss is not getting any tonight.
all right. I do.
Unless
That's
you got a
true.
club hairspray.
9:30.
I'm not that kind of boy.
All right.
The hostel. they listed
Bye-bye.
today's karaoke night at Club Hairspray, which kinds of confuses me. That's my extra grind.
All right.
What's confusing about that particular situation?
Well, what kind of karaoke would it be? Songs by the Village People, or because that is a gay club, right?
I've never been in there. I couldn't tell you.
I've been in there a lot.
What
It's
club?
a friendly club, but
Well,
a lot of the people.
Well,
are
get
gay.
we're gay,
It's a gay old time then.
gay or straight. Do you think that would change whether they'd be able to have karaoke?
It matters, but
What they might have.
I guess it
Hey,
doesn't matter.
Japanese do karaoke, man.
It's just the way you
They,
do it.
they have
Gay
a
or
bowl of
Japanese, gay or
condoms near the
straight
front door,
Japanese?
so labeled after dinner mints.
We have
There you go.
do they is it really labeled
Yes.
that? We have condoms right there inside the alien head. So anyone who needs condoms, they're
What
right
the-
there.
Yeah, well, that's good to know.
Right.
Can
Oh,
I
yeah.
touch one?
Yes.
I'm back.
You see the pin you just threw down on the microphone? If you could put that back off the microphone,
Sorry.
it would be good. Thank you.
Trust X.
Okay, are you about to spring into something?
I could spring whenever you're ready for me to spring.
Okay. This time sing loud.
I try.
Okay, well, then play soft.
I'm not on cam, John.
Okay.
Grandma was a radical, she started as a kid. I couldn't bear to tell you, even half the things she did. She danced at demonstrations and she marched on picket lines. She blew up parking meters, she shot up traffic signs. Grandma went out with a bang. Grandma went out with a bang. She died as she lived, may the heavens forgive. My grandma went out with a bang. When she met explosives, oh, she truly found her art. She grew to be a master at blasting things apart. She started out with garbage cans, went on to toilet tanks. And when she graduated, all the teachers cheered and thanks. Grandma went out with a bang. Grandma went out with a bang. She died as she lived, may the heavens forgive. My grandma went out with a bang. She blew up transports late at night when nobody was there. She blew up targets no one thought that anyone would dare. She stink bombed 20 cop shops, county court, and city hall. But the city dump she blew up raised the biggest stink of all. My grandma went out with a bang. Grandma went out with a bang. She died as she lived, may the heavens forgive. My grandma went out with a bang. Grandma kept her hobby going on throughout her life. She said it eased the stress of being a mother and a wife. And when her heart grew weak with age, it didn't slow her down. She got a super pacemaker and went out on the town. Grandma went out with a bang. Grandma went out with a bang. She died as she lived, may the heavens forgive. My grandma went out with a bang. Its battery was plutonium, it ticked away for years. And when dear grandma died at last, what with all our grief and tears, we clean forgot that pacemaker when laying her to rest. She wanted to be cremated and we gave her the best. Grandma went out with a bang. Grandma went out with a bang. She died as she lived, may the heavens forgive. My grandma went out with a bang. Well, I didn't dare be troubled when the folks picked Forest Lawn. Grandma always called that place a ripoff, better gone. So when the place exploded, yes, I knew it was no fluke. The heat set off her pacemaker, it went off like a nuke. Grandma went out with a bang. Grandma went out with a bang. She died as she lived,
right. Very good.
That was by the great Leslie Fish,
That'll be good.
a fellow wobbly musician.
Okay. So that wasn't original. That was not one of your original tunes, although it sounds much like your original tunes.
No, my original tunes are generally sweeter than that.
Sweeter than that. Okay. Let me.
Unless they get angry, but they're not that combination of anger and humor,
Okay.
generally.
Let me talk with Savannah Bob over here.
You talk with Savannah Bob over there. I'll let
For-
my voice
for a minute,
rest and maybe
we-
sing something nicer later.
We have Savannah Bob has brought me the, I guess you could say, program from Conrad's memorial service.
That's right.
Which I did not know that Conrad was even sick. Tell me what happened to
Well, he
him?
died of cancer, and that's about all I can tell you. I haven't been in touch with him, not on a regular basis for a number of years, although
Okay.
I did see him right at Christmas.
Same with me. I've not been in touch with him for a number of years,
Yeah,
but
he was out
I didn't
singing
see him at Christmas.
Yeah.
And although he's looked like he was dying since I've known him,
That's right. That's correct.
you know, but that's just how he looked.
Well, that's right.
Yeah,
I always thought he favored Bill the Cat myself
yeah.
from Opus.
Opus.
Yeah, and looked like he was dying. And he's gone. He's in a better place, and that's good. No more standbacks. I don't know if anybody remembers that or not, but he used to just pop them one after another.
Yeah, we miss that harmonica picking and playing. He's
Did you
pretty
know?
good
Did you
on
know Conrad?
Yeah, I got to play with him a few times in the band with the Cans back in the late '90s there up in Black Mountain myself, and I really liked him. He was just a talented musician. He had a real good ear for it all.
Never heard of anyone picking a harmonica.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he could pick the heck out of a harmonica.
Pick up harmonica.
Yeah, he sure could.
Take off the reed plates.
He was a harmonica.
Yeah, well, you could do that, I guess.
He was a good harmonica picker and guitar picker and whatever.
Sort of like picking a piano.
Always
Exactly,
cool,
piano
laid back,
picker.
you know, quiet kind of fella.
Is it
It's
like
kinda
picking
like,
it,
you know.
like with your finger, or flicking or picking?
That's right.
And,
All that.
I saw him a couple of years ago up at the town pump up there one night. I was up there playing one of the songwriter nights, and he was in there, and it's just everybody's having a good time. He was in with some more musicians and different folks. And good time.
Well, that might be one of the reasons we hadn't seen him as much. He might not have. He might have been sick for a while. I don't know.
He has been ill for him.
So,
Yeah.
and I didn't know.
Well, I didn't expect him to die, for goodness sakes.
No, I didn't.
I know a
either.
lot of people look like they're on death's bed.
Well, he has as long as I've known him, but
Brother Jeff, right here. That's another good
that's
example
right.
of it.
That's right. There you go. You
I saw Dave Van Ronk
yeah,
in
you know, I mean,
back in
we'll have a
85
look.
or
Those,
86.
those folks don't look that much different, do they?
I just had them
Y'all must have been a
out
funny-
when they found the tumor.
Y'all would be a funny band now. You and him all playing in a band.
Yeah, we've had some funny bands.
Well, yeah, sure enough.
We've also had some real good music, and we're gonna have to
Oh,
get
yeah.
you some of it, and you have to let us come down here and do one of these albums you're doing. So.
All right.
I was saying I saw Dave Van Ronk in Denver in '86, and he looked like he was about ready to pass from this world then. And last I knew, he's still kicking.
Right. Well, I never thought that Conrad was had any serious health problems. He always just looked like he'd been
Yeah.
worked
Run hard and put it away wet.
real hard, yeah. And
Wore out.
had a lot of character to his face.
He had a lot of character to his face.
And-
He was a character.
And he
that's
was a
what
character
that's
to boot.
what he-
But he was a lot of fun.
His whole persona there was a real cool thing. I liked it. He was always, wearing his beret or a derby or something on.
Right. He was
Yeah, the straw hat's a later touch, that's for sure.
right, but not out of character for him at
No.
all. Have some. Yeah, I
Fits
can
in with his
remember a
persona.
beret. He very common.
Yeah.
He would be big on a beret or something, or yeah, he would adorn his head with something. Yeah, he pop on his bonnet and go out.
And when he went out of his house, he was on stage. He was on station that for me. It was
Right, and very enjoyable to hang out with.
very enjoyable.
Right. And
Yeah, there was a real nice obituary, Tuesday's paper, and if you can get a copy of it, that'd be the thing to do. It was written by June out there at Black Mountain Inn. His,
watch out,
his
get a little tippy there. I mean,
boss and confidant and supporter.
you didn't happen to bring a guitar with you, did you?
Well, I've got one out in the truck.
Would you
I
like to sing
I
us
travel
some?
with a guitar.
Would you like to sing a song? Have you got a tune that I don't
Would you
know
like
if
to
you.
borrow my 12?
Oh, it would save me from having to walk. And it's a 12-string, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's
So-
interesting.
Is that what you've been playing?
No, but it's guitar, right?
I think it is. It looks like
Course,
a
I
guitar.
couldn't
Well,
get
that's
mine.
definitely
And then we can do
cool.
duets.
It's a tool.
Well, I mean,
I should have brought my harmonicas.
Should have run on. Don't travel with them?
I could pick them.
Anybody coming to the tea party always
Big
says,
harmonica,
If you need a
brother,
pick, there's a
don't be
pick
worried
holder
about
on
what
the-
they're
on
doing
the
over
head.
at that other club, man. Just get out and find you a band and start
I was
playing.
noticing it while you were playing it. I hadn't seen one like this.
we'll let this be your vocal mic, so you can think of that. You can think of this as what to sing into.
Yeah, okay. Was it that the cat said a long, long time ago? You got this on tape somewhere. Or was it that the cat said, I'm not sure I know? Says waiting on the peace train, and it's a long, long overdue. Says waiting on the peace train, and it's a long, long overdue. This is time for the harp. What was it that the cat said a long, long time ago? What was it that the cat said? I'm not sure I know. Said the answer's in the good book. Yes, the good book, it told him so. Said the answer's in the good book. Yes, the good book, it told him so. It told him so.
Harp solo.
I can see that.
Was it that the cat said a long, long time ago? Or was it that the cat said, I'm not sure I know? Said he's waiting on the peace train, and it's a long, long overdue. Says waiting on the peace train, and I guess I'm waiting too. I guess I'm waiting too. Well, it is a different guitar for sure.
like I said, if you need
That's why I was figuring you would want to use your own guitar.
No, I never, very rarely get a chance to play on a 12. This is very nice,
a
though.
pick, there's one right on the back of the head.
Well, I hear it. And
I don't use one, but I keep them around because different people use that guitar.
yeah, you're right. My own old lady would be the way to go. This is very nice, though. It's got a nice sound to it. It's got nice action as well.
For the price, it was unbeatable.
Cool.
I guess it's been 12 years now, but I paid $175 for it.
Oh, you stole this son of a bitch.
It was brand new as
Can
far
you say
as I
that
could
on
tell.
television? Okay, well, edit that.
We go out live.
Oh, well, excuse me.
Hi, Mom.
Excuse me, Mom. John's mom.
Big brother's gonna get us now.
I keep telling people I'm not really all that good, but John never believes me.
I think you do rather good.
Well, you do well.
I'm good enough for a living room.
What are you knitting?
Cap. I make a lot of them.
You're good enough for the orange peel.
Why don't you sing a song about knitting your?
Because I don't have one.
Well, I knew a song about knitting my hat. I didn't know how to kill.
That was
a
good.
hat.
I enjoyed that.
Well, thank you much.
What was that? What was that song we were talking about out in the lobby earlier?
Word of God.
You want to do that one?
I've got it here, I think.
Would you be inclined to?
I was going to get there, but I can get there now.
All right. Now, don't forget to sing loudly into your microphone.
We're cheap on you. Lean into it.
Okay. From desert cliff and mountain top we trace the wide design, strike, slip, fault, and overthrust, and sign an anticline. We gaze upon creation where erosion makes it known, and count the countless eons in the banding of the stone. Odd long vanished creatures and their tracks and shells are found, where truth has left its sketches on the slate below the ground. The patient stone can speak if we but listen when it talks. Humans wrote the Bible, God wrote the rocks. There are those who name the stars, who watch the sky by night, seeking out the darkest place to better see the light. Long ago when torture broke the remnant of his will, Galileo recanted, but the earth is moving still. High above the mountain tops where only distance bars, the truth has left its footprints in the dust between the stars. We may watch and study or may shudder and deny. Humans wrote the Bible, God wrote the sky. By stem and root and branch we trace, by feather, fang, and fur, how the living things that are descend from things that were. The moss, the kelp, the zebrafish, the very mice and flies. These tiny, humble, wordless things, how shall they tell us not lies? We are kin to beasts, no other answer can we bring. The truth has left its fingerprints on every living thing. Remember, should you have to choose between them in the strife, humans wrote the Bible, God wrote life. And we who listen to the stars, or walk the dusty grade, or break the very atoms down to see how they are made, or study cells or living things, seek truth with open hand. The profoundest act of worship is to try to understand. Deep in flower and in flesh, in star and soil and seed, the truth has left its living word for anyone to read. So turn and look where best you think the story is unfurled. The humans wrote the Bible, God wrote the world. Humans wrote the Bible, God wrote the world.
All right. All right.
Very nice.
That was a good one.
Let's see, crams all them words in there.
It's a lot of that. There's a lot of in there.
It looks like the Bible.
After a while, I start getting a bit tongue-tied myself.
I'm very fond of that song. I think it's a good one.
It's a good song.
It's a good song, isn't it? He writes good songs, doesn't he? He's a good songwriter. He's definitely a good songwriter. Writes funny songs too. He has all kinds of songs.
Funny songs.
Oh yeah.
I write a lot of stuff, but you haven't heard any of it yet.
I've heard some.
Did you not write that song?
No.
Oh, see, I
I've
thought you had
written
written that song.
See, I get this a lot.
They are so like the songs that you write.
The finest thing that my father once said to me was, I played for him John Prine's, I had an apartment in the city. What's the name of that one? My brain just went blank.
That's right. Senior moments happen.
Anyhow, yeah, I'm getting there. And he turned to me and asked if I wrote that. And that was, yeah, it's...
Oh, yeah.
You
That's
know,
always nice when they do that.
when you play a great song and your own family is astonished and say, man, did you write that? I did have a story about that. You said to save it for the show.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I did, in December, I did an interview about Asheville Homeless Network, which I'm president of, on the L&B show here on URTV. It broadcast at least twice that I know of, probably some reruns in there. And I sent the DVD of that to my parents, and for what is literally the first time in my life, after 55 years of life, my dad wrote me an email and said, I just wanted you to know that Mom and I are very proud of you.
Well, excellent.
And
Wait long enough, you get it.
you wait long enough, you get it. I've
Maybe.
I've been the green sheep of the family. You
The
know,
green sheep of the family.
they didn't know what to do with me, but they knew I was still trying to be a nice guy.
Sure, fertile.
You know, I kept going, and I wasn't harming anybody or anything. And it just so.
Where do you hail from?
I hail from Los Angeles. I'm a native angel.
Boy.
I hated it every minute I was there. At 17 and a half, I graduated from high school and went off to college, and I picked a school in the middle of Kansas that no one's heard of. And from there, I've traveled around the
Maybe
states.
the University of the Middle of Nowhere.
No, it'd be Sterling College.
Salinas State.
Not to be confused with that.
Yeah, it's so much the middle of nowhere that they didn't even call it that. But yeah, I've been doing the best I can for a long time. My parents always trudged me from doctor to doctor to find out what was wrong with me. Mm-hmm. So I haven't really got that much positive feedback through my life from my parents, and it really meant something.
From the doctors?
Huh?
Any consensus from the doctors?
Well, not really. They kept coming up with a new diagnosis every doctor I went to. I've been treated as an epileptic. I've been treated as bipolar. I still have a bipolar diagnosis. I have a website that I wrote called alt-therapies for bipolar.info, which has a variety of nutritional and other methods of dealing with your bipolar disorder. I've sort of...
Do you recommend taking sugar out of your diet as well?
I strongly recommend taking sugar out because that in itself adds the highs and the crashes. This is Smoky Mountain Sweetener. They did not pay for the advertisement. Smoky Mountain Sweetener is a liquid saccharin. It's made in
What's it made from?
from saccharin.
Still Visine from what
This is bottled in Knoxville, Tennessee.
That's what happens to Visine when it gets old. It turns into that.
Saccharin. Remember saccharin?
Do they grow it?
It can be derived from a number of sources. I think most of it is derived from corn. Coal is a possibility. I don't know if it's not cheap to make it out of coal, but it's a chemical substance that has a certain amount of sweetness. It's been around longer than any other artificial sweetener.
Have you tried stevia?
I have tried stevia. I don't agree with the people that say it has no aftertaste, and I don't like the aftertaste, whereas I've been dealing with the saccharin's aftertaste since I was a kid, you know?
I find that whatever artificial sweeteners you become accustomed to are usually work for you.
Well, I don't use PutraSweet, and I can't do sucralose.
Oh, what's Splenda?
That's sucralose.
Oh.
But the sucralose company is being... That kind of kept me overblown.
Okay, gotcha.
Sucralose company is being sued because they have all this advertising, tastes like sugar because it's made from sugar, and it's not. It's made from oil.
Really? I'm drinking oil?
You're drinking dinosaur
What kind
blood.
of oil?
Yeah.
What, motor oil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Petroleum.
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 It's a petroleum product.
It is not made from sugar, people.
Those liars.
Those liars. But I'm allergic to sugar, and my body sees it as sugar, so I can't take it.
I see.
And we all know about all the poison studies on PutraSweet.
Tell us.
We don't?
No, not.
Well, the first time that they applied for...
wait a minute. Just a second. The views expressed on this program are those held by the people expressing them.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
When they first applied for approval with the FDA, the FDA was still at that time a watchdog organization instead of a rubber stamp for big pharma, and they found out that the study that was done on rats to prove its safety, they were throwing out hundreds of dead rats without recording them.
Oh, I see.
The Ford administration at that time told
Well, they were only interested in living rats. Dead rats were very little concerned.
Well,
yes.
That's totally
The Ford administration told G.D. Searle that they either needed to get new studies or they would be sued for fraud. Literally, the Ford administration, a Republican administration, was going to sue G.D. Searle for fraud.
That shouldn't surprise anybody.
G.D. Searle pulled the product off the market. During the Reagan administration, one of Reagan's cabinet members resigned from the cabinet to become president of G.D. Searle.
Ah.
And Ronnie Baby decided that, hey, it's time to deregulate this. And so with deregulation, it went through without any further studies. There were studies on the studies that had been done, but there were no new studies.
Well, whatever happened to cyclamates? Do you remember cyclamates?
Cyclamates, it was an interesting thing. Cyclamates and saccharin were banned at the same time, roughly, by the United States banned cyclamates and Canada banned saccharin for carcinogenic purposes. Both of those studies were funded by the respective nations' sugar council.
Okay. By the way, if you'd like a good carcinogen, we have right here a root from the bark of a sassafras tree, the root, which you can grind a little of that into your tea. Some people like that. It was also banned as a carcinogen.
Well, most scientists who reviewed both of those studies said that they were both severely flawed.
I would suspect so.
However, if you accept the findings of the studies as real,